Yeah, hi everyone, it's Brent here. My backyard garden project duties with the ladies at Ranui Community Garden, which is in Marinich Road in Ranui. It's Sunday the 18th of June 2017 and it's around about 9:30 a.m. in the morning. As you can see, if I sort of tilt up a little bit, she's a nice little foggy morning, sort of like a replication of yesterday. So if anyone's wanting to touch down at Auckland Airport, bad luck suckers, there's going to be a little bit of a delay. So what are we doing this morning? The ladies are preparing to put down a lasagna garden, and the lady on my right hand side is Buffy Marwani. She works for
Ranui Community Centre.
And on my left is, I always say it wrong, so she's going to correct me. I'm going to say Therese.
Therese Mangos from Pacific Vision Aotearoa and the Compost Collective.
Yeah, cool. So these ladies are going to work in harmony, and if there's any battles, well, I'll just be one to watch the entertainment as it unfolds.
Right, well, we're just preparing our cardboard here by removing off all the plastic tape.
Yeah. I found that it's a lot easier if the cardboard is a little bit wet, so this has been sitting outside in the weather for a couple of weeks now. Just collected a whole lot and just left it out here, otherwise you can soak it in a wheelbarrow full of water. Yeah, we just don't want any more plastic going into the soil, so by removing it, we're stopping that much from going in.
That's right, this is going to be our first layer of our garden to put where you site your box that's going to be delivered. So it's going to be used to cover up either your lawn or patch in your garden, or suppress the weeds.
Cool.
And to grow your soil on top of.
So would you call using cardboard poor man's weed mat?
Yeah, nice.
I think it's a rich person's weed mat because it is so much better than a weed mat.
Speaking from a true Westie here.
You know, with a weed mat, it's not going to break down, so when your garden has all rotted down, you're going to be left with this layer of weed mat, and the roots won't be able to get through into the actual soil. So having cardboard, which will eventually rot, and at the same time killing all those weeds underneath, yeah, I wouldn't use weed mat at all.
Cool. And one thing about using cardboard is worms absolutely love it.
They do.
And if it's the type that's corrugated, and which I think it is,
Yes.
worms will generally get in there and they'll start multiplying massively.
And it was one, you know, and it's nature's gift, really, isn't it? Because it was once a tree.
Totally.
So, you know, anything
Start and
that's,
ends back in the ground.
once alive can be broken down.
Yeah. Cardboard it, yeah. So when you're layering your cardboard down, you'll find that there's like gaps in it, so you want to make sure that that is overlapping so the weeds don't grow up through those gaps, and you can be really generous with it. Especially if you've got putting it on your lawn and it's kaikuia. It's a tough one, kaikuia, so you want to put as much as you can down first.
Yeah, the thicker the better, really.
Yeah.
This will break down within a very short amount of time.
There's some more over there too.
We're going to actually, once we've got a nice square shape, we're not going to be technical, are we?
No.
Should we just stand on the corners or something?
So you're not going to be using like Pythagoras theorem to check the diagonals or anything like that, ladies?
We're not going to be technical.
Okay.
That'll do.
So this is going to be pegged. So you guys can work out the angles, not us.
Yeah.
Totally. So our ladies will know by the end of the day, or within a short space, a squared equals b squared plus c squared. Square root that, and you've got what the diagonal is.
Or else, the other poor man's way is a piece of string from here to here is the same as here to here.
Unless the string is elasticized.
Come on.
Well, that's elastic then, it's not string.
Okay, so we're going to start. And this is about putting in ingredients. We're basically composting on site.
Yeah.
So we're composting in the garden to build soil. So we're going to put layers of greens and browns.
Now's a really good time because you've got a couple of months for it to break down, ready for that late spring planting.
Yeah.
And with compost of any kind, you know, you make a huge amount and it shrinks down. So by the time this is ready, if you load it up high, it will be around about the right height.
Too right.
Yep.
So what should we start with, Buffy?
Should we start with food?
Okay. Right, bring it on.
So on our website we have got what's called the Lasagna Garden Challenge, or in simple terms it's just doing layers like you would do in your compost bin.
Doesn't feel like there's much in that one.
Doesn't feel that, but so
That's from the Thai takeaway place that Viv grabbed some. Gosh, they got some nice tidy little bits.
so we've got in here looks like broccoli, carrot peelings. So this is great because this is all fresh vegetable peelings.
I did see some of these little tags, so try and keep any plastic out because that will just stay there until you spread it around, and then it will go into your garden.
You don't have to be really fussy. I'm just the smaller that things are, the faster they break down. So I'm just scrunching up those cabbage leaves.
Totally.
There we go. Right, we might have to do this one together. Is that quite?
So some
Don't
more
want to hurt
ingredients.
ourselves.
So the ladies are just putting green.
All right. This looks like it's cafe food.
Yes.
Someone's
Bread.
breakfast. That you spread it round.
Bit of coffee grinds in here as well.
Fantastic. Bit of cabbage.
I've got some more coffee if we want to put that on now.
Yeah, let's chuck some over. So we were just saying we might grab a couple of bags of compost
Yep.
to which is what the families will be receiving, to put on the top, and then you can plant straight into it. And this underneath it, it'll all just continually just break down and be building soil at the same time. And all the nutrients from that can be feeding your lovely plants.
Yeah, man.
So all this compost has been made from a food collection trial that council have been doing both on North Shore and in Tapukura, Manurewa actually. So it was taken to a facility to be composted, collected from households and made into black gold.
Man.
Which is what we have here. So this is your ready-made compost to put on top so that you can plant directly into it.
Okay, ladies, from a waste minimisation point of view, how cool is it that we've got families engaged in doing the Lasagna Garden Challenge?
It's extremely cool.
It's a really cheap way of gardening. To fill this up with garden mix probably costs you about $30–40. And if you times that by 2, you just saved yourself $60–80 with just stuff that you've got lying around.
Yeah, man.
And not only that, you're continually saving money because you're going to grow your own food, so you know where it's coming from, and it's going to be healthy, free of pesticides, and
Growing your own soil.
Totally. And if families find it difficult to get hold of the organic material, what would you suggest?
Yeah, well, I would harvest from your neighbours first, neighbourhood, family.
Yep.
So when I hear the lawnmower going in the neighbourhood, that's when I go out with my wheelbarrow.
Sure. So bludging and foraging becomes a really cool thing that gardeners are really good at, and it's kind of just like stepping outside your comfort zone. And when you do start foraging with your neighbours, you're kind of letting them know what's happening, so they're conscious about what they can collect for you. And the spores are such that they can actually start watching what's happening in your garden. And hey, if the worst thing that can happen of it is you're going to be sharing with them your spores of your harvest, which is win-win for everyone.
That you probably can't eat it anyway.